My sweet children, sit by the fire, wrap yourselves in your blankets, and listen carefully. Tonight, I will tell you a story about a lantern. A very special lantern. It was no ordinary lantern. Oh no. This lantern carried the light of dreams. Its flame did not burn like fire, but glowed like the moon, gentle and warm. Whoever held it could travel into the world of dreams, where the impossible becomes possible. But one night, the lantern was lost. The mischievous wind, playful and wild, carried it away across the sky. The world grew dim, and children everywhere began to dream less and less. Yet, as with all great stories, there were those who would rise to find the light again. Two brave children, a brother and sister, were chosen by the lantern's spirit. And that is where our tale begins. One evening, as the children sat quietly, the air shimmered. A glow appeared in the corner of the room, brighter, warmer, almost calling them before they could blink. The light swirled around them, pulling them gently, softly, into a new world. When their eyes opened, they were standing in the land of dreams. All around them floated shining islands in the sky. Rivers of silver flowed between stars. Giant butterflies drifted lazily, their wings glowing like lanterns. The children gasped in wonder. "Where are we?" The girl whispered. "You are in the realm of dreams," came a deep, calm voice. They turned and saw a great owl, his feathers shining silver, his eyes like golden lanterns. The owl bowed his head and said, "To find the lost lantern, you must pass through 3 gates, the gate of kindness, the gate of courage, and the gate of truth. Only then will the light return." The children looked at each other, nervous but determined. And so their journey began. They reached the first gate, standing tall in a field of wildflowers. But the gate was locked tight. Nearby, they saw a tiny bird trapped in thorny vines. The bird chirped weakly, unable to fly. The children knelt down. Carefully, gently, they untangled the vines, whispering softly, "Don't worry, little one, we'll help you." The bird was free. It spread its wings and sang a song so pure that the gate glowed bright and opened wide. The owl's voice echoed, "Remember, even the smallest act of kindness can open the greatest doors." The second gate appeared inside a dark cave. Shadows moved across the walls, and glowing eyes blinked in the darkness. The boy trembled. "I'm scared," he whispered. The girl took his hand. "Me too, but we can be brave together." Step by step, they entered the cave. The glowing eyes grew larger, closer, until a great shadow loomed over them. The children squeezed each other's hands, standing firm. And then the shadow transformed. It was not a monster, but a small puppy wagging its tail. The gate opened with a burst of light. The owl's voice whispered, "Courage is not the absence of fear. It is walking forward even when fear is near." The final gate stood before a still, shining lake. "To open this gate," the owl said, "you must look inside the water." The children leaned over the surface. At first, they only saw their reflections, but then something more appeared, their true selves. The boy saw himself strong, kind, and brave. The girl saw herself wise, gentle, and full of light. They smiled, realizing the truth. Everything they needed was already inside them. Beyond the gates, at the top of a starry hill, stood the lost lantern. It glowed faintly, waiting for someone to bring it back to life. The children climbed together, step by step, until they reached the top. They touched the lantern gently, and suddenly light burst across the sky. The rivers of stars flowed again. The butterflies shone brighter, and the dream world filled with joy. The owl bowed his head. You have restored the lantern of dreams. From this night on, children everywhere will dream again. Thanks to you. The light swirled around them once more, and before they knew it, they were back home, sitting by the fire in my little living room. But on the table rested the lantern. Not a dream, not an illusion. It was real. Its gentle glow filled the room. I smiled at the sleepy children. My little ones, remember this. Kindness, courage, and truth will always guide you. They are the lantern inside your heart. Never forget that. The children yawned, their eyes heavy, and soon they drifted into sleep, the lantern's glow keeping watch. And as they dreamed, the moon outside shone a little brighter because the world of dreams was safe again.